Welcome to the Monster Cup Series Season 3 Race 18 from the Talladega Super Speedway. We are here for another 9-lap event at this 2.66 mile D-shaped restrictor plate racetrack. So we get a look at the field before we get the green flag. Martin Truex Jr. very far back as the cars roll off. Let's get a look at the starting lineup. On the pole is Jeff Burton, and Greg Biffle starts alongside in second. In row 2, you find Bryce Harvey in the Little Caesars car and Joey Logano. In row 3, Jimmie Johnson and Kyle Busch. In row 4, you find the newcomer Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in his first race and Carl Edwards. Row 5, Clint Bowyer and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Jr., the Daytona winner, a track very similar to Talladega, so let's see if he can repeat the feat. Hornish and somebody else. Bobby Labonte and AJ Pullmanfinger. Row 8, Brad Keselowski and the man from Minnesota, Carter Adelman. In row 9, Danica Patrick and David Ragan. Ragan also a newcomer into the series. Row 10, Casey Kane and Regan Sniff. Row 11, Kurt Busch and Ryan Newman. In row 12, Kevin Harvick and Jeff Gordon. Row 13, Jamie McMurray and Tony Stewart. In row number 14, you find Marcus Ambrose and all aboard the Bane train. Row 15, Gino Harvey and Paul Menard. And rounding out, oh wait, no, we have 36 cars, never mind. Eric Almirola and Matt Kenseth in row 16. Row 17, Michael Waltrip and the guy with the face, Stephen Wallace. Row 18, Denny Hamlin and Martin Truex Jr. That was the final row. Now let's get the green flag. The Aaron's 200 is green. We are underway at Talladega. Jeff Burton leads them down towards turn 1. They come down the back straightaway for the first time. Bryce Harvey to the outside and to the lead. Now Biffle falls in line in third. The first 3 drivers are now single file as they come through the tri-oval. Burton to the outside, but he's going to get hung out to dry by Greg Biffle. Leading the first lap is Bryce Harvey as they come through 1 and 2 for the second time. Getting 3 wide. No, we got a crash. Jimmie Johnson hard into the inside wall. Now Kyle Busch over on his roof, barrel rolling back onto the track. Here's your caution cleanup. Jeff Burton, Greg Biffle. There's Clint Bowyer getting taken away along with Jimmie Johnson. He took a huge lick. I'm a little bit worried about him. Joey Logano and Kyle Busch. Oh, got a few more there. Stenhouse, Michael Waltrip's car overheating. But there it is. Burton gets into Johnson, overcorrects it into Biffle. Stenhouse gets pinned into the outside wall, but that's where Busch goes over on his lid. This is replay number 1. We're going to get another one, just a bit slower. And Burton spins into Stenhouse. Now watch Kyle Busch. He's going to get turned by Junior, and then they both spin back up in front of the track, and then Busch takes a hit into the outside wall. But we're going to go back green on lap number 3 out of 9, and we got a restart crash. Bryce Harvey into the pack. And here's your caution cleanup again. Juan Pablo Montoya, AJ Allmendinger. Let's get a replay of the second crash of this race. Looks like Carl Edwards just dumps Bryce on the restart. And back green once again. Hornish leads him down to the restart. We got a flyby of the field. Edwards very far back, but as they come down the backstretch, Hornish being pushed by Brad Keselowski. Looking off the back of Sam Hornish Jr., Brad Keselowski pushing him through the tri-oval. Lap 5 of 9, 5 laps to go. They got to hold on for another 5 laps. I don't know if they can do that, because here comes Bobby Labonte with Trevor Bayne. They go to the bottom, and Bobby Labonte to the lead. His first lap's led of the series, and it looks like he's going to lead this lap. And Paul Menard hits very hard into the inside wall. Caution is out for the 3rd time. Drivers on pit lane. Let's get a replay of that. Oh, what a hard hit by Paul Menard into the inside wall. But we are back for the restart. Keselowski pushing Hornish, and now he knocks him sideways. Here comes Labonte once again, and Stephen Wallace. The jet dryers have seek shelter, but here comes, now he's in the wall. There's a sway bar issue on his car, but now here comes Kenseth with Ragan. Ragan to the bottom. They're 4 wide behind him. Last lap, 4 wide in turn 1. Keselowski to the bottom. Gordon pushing Kane. But now Gordon's going to get turned around in front of the pack. 6, 7 cars stack it up in the final corner. Now Harvick to the apron. Keselowski knocks him sideways. Kane on his lid, and he's going to win it. Kasey Kahne wins as he barrel rolls across the start-finish line, but Jeff Gordon and Matt Kenseth are over on the roofs too. That's Dega for you. Kasey Kahne get taken away to victory lane. Second race in a row, the winner has crashed across the finish line. Wow, what a hard crash. Labonte, poor him. He had a really good shot at winning this. Harvick not getting penalized any positions, but he did pass below the yellow line by the looks of it. But then Kahne, there it is, right there at the finish. Edges out Brad Keselowski and Kevin Harvick. Let's get a look at your finishing results here. 36, so, yeah, get a snack. Kasey Kahne wins. Second, Kevin Harvick. Third place was Brad Keselowski. This really helps him out in points. He's up to third now, going off to Battle Creek. Fourth was Ricky Stenhouse Jr., his first race in the Monster Cup Series with a great top 5 finish after getting damaged because he got pinned into the outside wall on lap 2. There's Tony Stewart. He finished 6th. 7th position, Jamie McMurray. In 8th was Michael Waltrip. That's his best finish of the season. He's only been in a few races, but this was his best. Denny Hamlin finished 9th. One of his better finishes as of late. Marcus Ambrose finishes 10th. One of the drivers trying to be best of the rest. There's Kurt Busch, Phoenix Racing Chevrolet. Bryce Harvey finishes 12th. A pretty solid run there by the 85. Martin Truex Jr. finishes 13th. 14th was Regan Smith. One of the favorites to win this race was actually Regan Smith. He's an underdog, but he had a shot at winning this one. Danica Patrick finishes 15th, her best finish of the season. No, I think she had a 10th earlier, actually. But Bobby Labonte, 16th. 17th was Sam Hornish Jr. A lot of these faces we usually don't see in the Monster Cup Series were in this race, and they actually performed pretty well. There were only a few drivers that were in their first few starts that didn't really get the performance. There's Eric Almirola, 19th. 20th was Trevor Bayne. After pushing Bobby Labonte most of the race, and those two were actually making progress and had a shot at winning it, and then it just didn't work out. Jeff Gordon, 21st. Carter Adelman in 22nd position. In 23rd was Matt Kenseth. He was one of the drivers that flipped over in this race. I think there were like 3 or 4. Carl Edwards finishes 24th. 25th, David Reagan, a new face in the series. 26th was Stephen Wallace. After having a sway bar issue, hit the wall, had to pit. His best finish of the season, though, because he's only been in 2 races. And in the first one, he blew up a jet dryer, so that's an accomplishment. 28th was A.J. Allmendinger. 29th was Juan Pablo Montoya. 30th is Kyle Busch. I think that's definitely his worst finish of the season. 31st, Dale Earnhardt Jr., definitely his worst finish of the season as well. He really had high hopes to win this race because he won Daytona, and now he's 31st. By far his worst Monster Cup Series finish here at Talladega, so that's not the way he wanted to wrap it up. Along with Jimmy Johnson and Clint Boyer, those are their worst finishes of their career. What a surprise to see Biffle back there. He was the point leader coming into this race, and obviously will no longer be the point leader. And Jeff Burton finishes last in the Caterpillar Chevy. Now here are your point standings. Kasey Kahne is your new point leader, heading off to Battle Creek. Second in points is Tony Stewart, but he's 7 points out, which is actually quite a bit for the Monster Cup Series. Third is Brad Keselowski, 11 out. Gino Harvey is 4th. 5th is Kevin Harvick. 6th is Jeff Gordon. 7th is Carl Edwards. 8th, Greg Biffle. 9th, Matt Kenseth. 10th, Dale Earnhardt Jr. 11th was Kyle Busch, and Jimmy Johnson, last in points of the Chasers. He's 56 out. I think he actually is mathematically out of the championship hunt. 13th was Jamie McMurray. 14th, Mark Martin. 15th, Carter Adelman. 16th, Marcus Ambrose. 17th, Denny Hamlin. 18th, Martin Truex Jr. 19th, Clint Boyer. 20th, Ryan Newman. 21st, Jeff Burton. 22nd, Bryce Harvey. 23rd, Trevor Bayne. McMurray right now the best of the rest, and he wants to be 11th or 13th because that's the best you can finish if you're not in the chase. Now here are the rest of the point standings. These guys have not had good seasons. Actually, guys and girls. Danica's there, but Montoya is 24th. 25th is Kurt Busch. 26th, A.J. Allmendinger. 27th is Paul Menard. 28th is Eric Almirola. 29th, Joey Logano, and 30th is Danica Patrick. Then 31st is Sam Hornish Jr. 32nd, Bobby Labonte. 33rd, Regan Smith. 34th, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Doesn't show how many points he had, so sorry about that, but he has 33 points after a 4th place finish in his first race. Then the last two in points are Stephen Wallace and David Reagan, 14 and 12 points for them. The next race is at Battle Creek for the Subway 200. Scheduled upload date for that one is January 10th. Then Detroit, scheduled update